Hello everyone, and welcome back. Just pulled the tractor out of that front garage and picked up those logs, just checking to see how soft or hard the ground is right now for putting ruts in it. I'd like to get those trees out there that have fallen down cut up and thrown over here into the log pile. That ground is still a little soft, but tomorrow I might chance it, come partway across that field anyway and see what it looks like. Oh, it's still a little soft back in here. You can see where it's sunk down a little bit there. I'd like to push that bigger one over right there, and I know the tractor will do it, but right now with the ground like this, it would really dig in, so we'll just have to wait. Might have to actually cut most of that down with the chainsaw and then dig out the bottom part, the stump. I did stop at the post office today and got the stuff out of the P.O. box. We hadn't been there in a few weeks, so there was a few things here. We'll have to go through this eventually. Okay everyone, well, Melissa and I are going to bed. It's nice that the wind died down. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Good morning everybody. That's earless right there. And then there's another one over there.
Well, Melissa's just about to go to work. I've got my truck running in a few minutes here. I'm going to leave also. I need to go to the store. We need a few groceries, and I want to pick those up early before there's many people there. Well, I just got the shopping done. That was a different experience. That's the first time I've been in a grocery store since this thing really kicked in. So the whole staying apart and arrows on the ground telling you where to go, and well, I got everything brought in here now. I did buy a 10-pound bag of the chicken leg quarters that I have to get sectioned off. I'll probably put 3 of the legs and thighs into a bag and pop them in the freezer. And I did get another 5 pounds of hamburger because there was some in clearance, and I need to get that sectioned off into 1-pound chunks. We've already used 5 pounds, and it's only been a week since I bought the 15 pounds. Well, I got about a half hour here before lunch, and these, I can't remember what they're, the elder or whatever that are growing in here. I want to get some of these cut down. I have time to cut a couple of them here before lunch. And I'm just going to cut them off the ground a ways, and then later this year I can come in and try to push the whole root ball and everything out. But once the grass grows, it's so hard to get in there that I want to cut them now before everything leafs up. That's going to be really nice, having the field wide open like this. I'm going to wait on pulling any of these down. If you remember, I don't know, a couple of videos ago, I'm trying to get a line kind of going right here, so I need to cut that stuff out that's up there. But I might want to take this out too, but there's a lot of raspberry bushes in here, and Melissa really wants the raspberries to grow, and so I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with right here. But for now, I'm going to run in and have some lunch. Well, I had lunch, and now I've just been looking at stuff here, just trying to figure out what I want to take down. You never want to take down too much, but I keep looking at everything, and it's like, let's just cut it all down, you know? I know I wanted to punch a hole through this brush right here because it's so hard to get into the woods trying to get through all this stuff when the leaves and everything come out. And last year when I had the trail camera back in there, it really sucked. So I think I'm going to cut some of this out of here. Well, I definitely have the right idea here, but if there's one thing that the farmhouse has taught me, something I'm not very good at, and that is sometimes you have to wait for a better day. And that's exactly what I'm going to have to do here. Just coming in twice and then pulling back out that second time, and I've got some pretty good ruts. It's a little bit too wet back here. I'll just wait and give that a couple more weeks. That one is cut up as far as I can go, but once again, when I got in here with the tractor, it's too soft. When it dries out a little bit, I can go over there and just lift up on that log with the bucket and snap it right off that tree and cut the rest of it up and get all this stuff picked up. I think I'll take and cut those couple down right there. And then there's the one over there. I'm trying to cut everything down that's within the fence posts that they have up in case we would want to fence this off. The only problem I'm having with their fence posts is they do not have them exactly spaced the same amount, and that kind of drives me crazy. But they do have this whole entire pasture has the posts. They used to have, looks like 3 lines of electric. Anyway, it goes around the whole entire thing. So if we wanted to fence this in for some kind of livestock, all we would have to do is finish it over to the barn and we'd be good. You know what I need? I need one of them, like a PTO driven wood chipper, one that just hooks right on the back of the tractor. I'm gonna have to look on Marketplace or whatever and see if they've got any. I have no idea what they cost. It can't be that much if it's PTO driven though. Then I could just grind all this stuff up and use the chips for something. I will actually get some firewood out of this first, but you know, you get maybe 2 or 3 pieces out of it and it's time to just grind it up. over here where this fence line is, I'll talk to Melissa when she gets home. I think we should chop all of the stuff over on this side out. And that, because it gets pretty swampy back there. And I mean, the line runs right through there. So I mean, I could just clear the fence line and leave this stuff in here so they have kind of a shaded area if we get some kind of livestock. That might be the better route to go. Or just come in here and cut it all down. I'll ask her. I'm guessing if I bring up the shade area to her, she'll say to leave it. I'm just saying that right now to see if I'm right or not. I would like to cut these down over here though, because I don't know if you can see through there, but when I'm standing on that back deck on the house by where the American flag is, I could look all the way through if this one was gone and see the pasture back here. These over here wouldn't make that big of a deal to me. And although most of this stuff is that elder, the stuff in here is diamond willow. And my dad would love to have that for some projects. Melissa got home from work and I brought her out there and talked to her about the fence line stuff. And I was wrong. She said cut it all down. So I think that'll be nice. It'll open it up to what it used to be. Before what it used to be, because there's another fence line if you go back farther than that from the original people that probably built the place. It's already after 7 o'clock, so I'm not going to do much tonight, but I do want to clear up this little corner because when I sit on that back deck or stand on it, maybe I talked about that a little bit earlier, this blocks the view and I want to be able to see this in the morning and see what it looks like with a little bit of this cleared out. Well, I think that's enough for today. I did go in and I saved the diamond willow for my dad. Some nice looking pieces there. I'm sure he could really use them. When Melissa and I walked back here earlier and I showed her the fence line here, we jumped a rough grouse. It was just maybe 30 feet right back in there. So I'm glad that we're going to leave a whole bunch of this because, well, there's so many grouse in the back part and we're not touching any of that. I'm just back here seeing if there's any more diamond willow. There's a bunch in the backwoods, but I don't usually walk this direction too often. We've got a good 5 acres right here that's lower land, and we've never even walked on it. What I need to do is get the Argo out here and drive across. It's not too wet right now, but sometimes it gets really wet. Well, I made it this far. Now it's starting to get pretty wet. I don't know if you can see it, I doubt it. There's a power line over, or a power pole that has a... One of the things up on top, that's about where the property ends. My feet are soaked. That's cold water. The old fence line from back in the 40s, I suppose. We were gonna do burgers and brats tonight, but decided against it and just did leftovers for supper. Okay everyone, I'm just letting Chunk out here for the last time. I just brought Joni out prior to this. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Well everyone, thanks a lot for watching. It's the morning of the next day, but I'm sure I've got 15 minutes at least worth of video, I hope. I think today I'm gonna get this pile moved out of here, clean up a little bit in here. I learned a few things about this brush that I'm cutting down here. We'll talk about that. It's supposed to get in the 50s today, but it's supposed to be cloudy and windy, so it's not going to be a super nice day, but at least it's going to be warm. I will see you guys on the next video.